Stand by.
So then we can
Keep
work
the
on
muzzle
increasing
pointed
our
down.
speed.
Stand by.
So that dropped it to a 366. And then you can look at your data to give you information that you can use to improve, right? So shot 1 was in 0.75. I had a 19 split to shot 2. Then to shot 3 was a 71 split. So a lot of you are going to have really slow splits in that time, and that's because you're not driving your eyes to that next target, right? So you want to fire that shot on this target, and your eyes are immediately here waiting for the dot to arrive. Then you can see my next shot was a Charlie. Again, that's probably a lack of picking up that spot. Same thing on this target, right? Alpha Charlie. Again, as I'm moving laterally, I didn't give a amount of time necessary for my eyes to get that back to right there, and then finished up there. And that's how you can use the information from the stage to start figure out what's going on. So those were both second shots that I had issue with, so I just have to give them a little bit more in visual discipline and maybe a little bit more patience before I break the shot.
Stand by.
All right,
Keep the muzzle
increasing
pointed
speed.
down. Stand by.
So then I went to a 337, and then you can see the amount of Charlies. Again, so what do I want to do? A lot of people say, well, just slow down and get your hits. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to learn to process at that faster pace so that I can bring those Charlies into alphas at that same speed.
Stand by.
So then now it's I got a 350. And again, now just 2 Charlies. And that time I was focusing on giving just a little bit more to each target. And that's how the game's played, right? We just keep pushing, trying to get a little bit better at processing so I can do things sooner, not really trying to do things so much faster. So now going back the other way, one of the things that we really have to work on is seeing a spot on that target for each shot. Meaning I'm actually seeing that dot there, firing a shot, the dot's going to move, and seeing that dot and firing the second shot. Instead of seeing one sight picture and then trying to fire 2 shots on it as I'm moving laterally.
Stand by. Keep the muzzle pointed down. Stand by.
So on this one, I tried to just see one sight picture and pull 2 trigger pulls. And you can see over here how I drug these 2 off, right? As I continued to move, the dot wasn't where I was looking, and that second shot didn't place well. Some of the big issues that we'll see are that guys will want to dismount the gun. So I've got target 1, and I know target 3 is going to appear right there, right? So I fire on target 1, I dismount the gun, and now I have to remount the gun, fire on that target, and then over here. So every time I dismount, it's inefficient if I already have a target in my sector of fire. If I fire on 1 and I don't have a target, yeah, I come to a low ready and I'm hunting for the next thing. But I know I already have another target available. So what I want to do is I want to fire on that, immediately track into this one, immediately into this one, and immediately into the target. Also, another issue that is seen is moving too aggressively in that first step. Is I know all I got to do is just start movement, and this target is now available. So if I move with aggression, and then I got to wait for the dot to settle right before I can make an accurate shot. Versus if I fire the shot, keep the gun quiet, I can move and then immediately fire an accurate shot because the gun is landing quietly, meaning the dot is not moving all over the place. I'm landing with the ability to then fire the shot that I need to fire. Now, after you run it several times and you're getting comfortable and you're getting better at driving your eyes to the target, then work on one-handed, right? So again, I'm getting a little close to the wall when I'm moving around, so I'm gonna move the box out, make sure I got room within the room I'm shooting. So this time I'm gonna run
Stand by.
strong hand only. So you see how much slower the time is because I'm having to give more to each shot, right? Each one of those shots
Stand
is
by.
a wall shot,
Keep the muzzle pointed down.
waiting for that dot to
Stand
settle.
by.
On the target. And then I'll try to go back the other way.
Stand
Go
by. Keep the
support
muzzle
hand.
pointed down. Stand by.
And then you can work it that way as well. And you go back and forth and you can work your one-handed shooting, right?
Stand by.
And again, here the focus
Keep the muzzle pointed down. Stand
is I
by.
can't just give 2 trigger pulls. So I can run it faster, then I start to get a little sloppy with my hits, right? So shooting one
Stand by.
hand,
Keep the muzzle pointed
I've got
down.
to give that
Stand by.
gun just a little bit more time to settle on the targets as I come forward.